Many of our models are built in the Chevrolet Express van. It's rated #1 by J.D. Power & Associates in their initial quality surveys. The Chevy chassis features a long wheelbase for better ride and handling. And in all our Chevy models, we lower the floor. That way you get full standing height without having to have such a high roof. That way you have less exterior height, better fuel economy, minimize wind sway, and also gives you a better exterior appearance. The propane in most of the water tanks are located below the floor and close to the rear axles for better weight distribution and handling. Also, by being below the floor, you maximize your interior storage space. There's an exterior storage area here that can also be used for auxiliary battery, if so equipped, while your primary auxiliary battery is located behind this panel here. Up here you'll find the vent for the built-in air conditioner and heat pump. As mentioned earlier, it is built into the roof rather than being on top. This reduces exterior height, improves aerodynamics, and helps avoid RV parking restrictions. Behind this access panel, you have the propane fill, an auxiliary connection for an external barbecue. The generator is located between the propane tank and the rear axle. To maximize interior storage space, the spare tire can be mounted in the Continental kit. Notice that the kit is mounted to the receiver rather than onto the rear door. General Motors prohibits mounting a spare onto the rear door to avoid stress on the hinges. With the kit in place, you still have access to the right side. You can store the spare inside if you want to minimize the vehicle's length. To get at this side, you just have to swing the kit down. Just loosen a bolt, remove the pin, swing the tire down. The wide swing dual rear doors give access to this large across-the-rear storage area. And finally, one of the water tanks is mounted above the floor so it can be used in moderate sub-freezing temperatures. You'll notice that the exterior is cluttered with all sorts of vents and hookups and grills. We've taken the upper fridge vent, which is normally the largest vent found on an RV, and camouflaged it within this black louvered window frame. A number of the other items that you normally find down the side of an RV, we've hidden down below in this door. We've taken this area below the van floor and created a large storage area. In addition, there's room for your 110-volt power cord to connect to shore power. And then behind this door, we have connections for your city water, your park TV cable, and even an exterior shower. The shower head and hose are just stored in here. Instead of having a conventional 3-inch sewage hose, having to store and handle the dirty thing, we have a macerator sewage pump which chops up solids and liquids and just ejects it cleanly through this 1¼ inch hose. There's even a manual override in the event the pump fails. Rather than locating the freshwater gravity fill on the exterior and adding clutter, we've located it in the driver's door post. This also helps prevent tampering with your freshwater supply. Well, there you have it. That's the 190 Versatile. Let's take a look at our next model, the 190 Popular. For some people, the double bed of the 190 Versatile isn't long enough, wide enough, or they want to sleep separately in twins. Let's take a look. The 190 Popular sleeps 3, 2 at the rear in either twin or king-size beds. For twin beds, just remove the table and the backrests. For the king-size bed, the table goes down to become part of the support of the bed, along with another support. The night table you won't even bring along. Then the cushions go together and the backs drop flat for a 6'4" by 6'2" king-size bed. The 190 Popular has an AV cabinet similar to the 190 Versatile, but it's quite a bit larger. There's another cabinet on the other side, but you don't lose your privacy area create privacy to the rear like this. This door swings across to create privacy to the front, just like in the 190 burst towel. To accommodate the lengthwise sleeping, the kitchen is moved forward. You have a wardrobe behind the driver's seat, and 3 seats at the front, including these 2 seats, go down into a single bed, the same as in the 190 burst towel. Now let's take a look at the 170 Popular, the smallest Roadtrek. The 170 is almost 2 feet shorter than 190 models, making it the easiest Roadtrek to park and therefore the most convenient to use as a second vehicle. That makes it perfect for couples, singles, or even a family of 5 if you're willing to bring along a tent or a trailer for extra sleeping. The rear of the 170 is similar to a 190 versatile in that it goes down as a double bed. The kitchen is moved forward like in a 190 Popular, resulting in 3 front seats and a single bed for a third. If our 190 models aren't big enough for you, you can go to our 210 wide body models, this first one being the 210 Popular. The 210 Popular has a similar layout to the 190 Popular, except it's overall roomier and has added features. The beds are wider and longer. The cupboards are deeper. This model features a permanently enclosed bathroom. There's a toilet, vanity sink with cabinet below, medicine cabinet, and 110-volt receptacle. To shower, you can sit down inside the bathroom. Just draw the curtain across to keep the door dry. Or you can bring the curtain and surround yourself where you're in the aisle and with a stand-up shower like in the other vehicles. Another advantage of the permanent bathroom is when it's in use, the aisle is still clear. The galley features a 5 cubic foot fridge, raised for easier access, plus a 1 cubic foot convection microwave oven. Because the oven and fridge aren't inside the galley, there's a lot more storage, including above the oven, plus 2 large cabinets above the counter, and a huge cupboard down below. There's 5 deep drawers, including one with an extra work surface. It's a large galley window, longer counter, deeper counter, and even a pull-out table for the 3 seats at the front. Now let's take a look at the exterior features. The 210 is a true wide-body Class B motorhome. True Class B in that we start out with a full van body. Not like a so-called B+ motorhome, which is really just a small Class C, in that they start out with just the van cab. By starting out with a full van body, we can get a much longer wheelbase for better ride and handling without having to take dual rear wheels. Our vehicles are much lighter, we don't need dual rear wheels. After removing most of the body, we extend the frame 18 inches behind the rear axle, retain the 2 rear doors, and then add this stunning and beautiful, fully painted fiberglass body. Rather than jutting out after the cab, it starts to widen gradually to its maximum point at the rear axle, and then tapers gently to the rear. It's finished off with lightweight ABS ground effects. Behind the ground effects is this large storage drawer. Behind the rear axle, we have another storage drawer. Have our external connections for water, parked TV cable, etc.